Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Now today I'm going to be doing stages 57 to 62 of the Fanhome release and build the Max Verstappen RB19 Red Bull racing car. That was a mouthful, wasn't it? Okay, this is the third time on this build that I've got to say this, so it pains me to have to say it, but let me show you something. So today we're going to be doing stages 57, 58, 59, 60, 61 and 62. But what I've actually been sent is stage 57, stage 58, stage 58 again. How can you get this wrong? I don't know. Stage 59, stage 60, no stage 61, and stage 62. So I cannot do stage 61 because they sent me two 58s. This is the third time on this build this has happened. This is why I say check your build. So if we have a look at stage 61, because we're not going to be able to do this, this is the magazine, and luckily we don't actually do anything because basically they're providing this rim and it looks like the other side of a brake disc there, but we're going to be putting that pretty much on the knuckle that we've created, but other than that we're not doing anything. So I can get on with this build without doing that, but I'm building this for someone else. I'm not building this for me, so I'm having to get in touch with the person I'm building this for because they now need to go through Fanhome to tell them about the problem, get the parts ordered and get them sent out. It's a pain and it really frustrates me. Third time, that's unacceptable. Anyway, I don't know if this is still available. All of my builds that I do on my channel are in this QR code, include all of my merchandising, my Amazon stores, everything you possibly need to be doing these builds. But let's jump into it and see what we can actually do today. So without further ado, let's get cracking. Okay, so here is stage 57. I don't even know where we got to, you know, so hopefully this is going to jog my memory when we see this. Okay, so we've got a couple of parts here. Oh, we were working on this knuckle here, so I'm going to be basically putting this into place like that. So that's how it's going to be look. Not a lot to do in this one. While I'm looking at things, let's start putting everything we've actually done so far up here. Obviously, we have done one side of this, and this is the whole system that we're creating again by the look of it. We've got the metal halo here, one of the interiors for the cockpit, the engine looking like that, the nose cone, these two parts here, and then finally right at the bottom the part we're working on, which looks like this. So here we go. This is stage 57 here. Let's just get everything open. I've just returned from the Goodwood Members Day. Got to see Jensen Button driving one of the Brawns. Very great day that was. Much appreciated being able to go there. Okay, so in this knuckle we've got this last slot that we've got here, which is what I'm going to be putting this metal arm into place with. And it's going to be going in this way, just like that, probably best on the top camera. So it goes all the way through. And I'm holding that in with one of these S screws. Just through the top there. All that's left to do then is put the disc deflector into place. And we do have some locating holes here for the lugs, which I'm just going to be putting into place like that. So that slots in perfectly. And I'm going to be securing that in just with an R screw through the hole here. Perfect, and with that in place, that's all there is to do in that stage. In stage 58, here's the instructions. We've got two of these, but I don't need one set of parts. So, and it looks like the packs are half empty anyway, because there's hardly anything in it. So we've got these two things here that we're going to be putting in. So we're just going to be putting this onto that knuckle like this. So here is stage 58, and this is the one that they provided me two of, because they can't tell the difference between a 58 and a 61. So this part here we're just going to be keeping to one side. That's the hub. And this side here is just going to be going into the lugs on the top and the bottom here like this. And I'm rocking this into place. So then that's going to fit just like that. That's all there is to do in that stage. That was a quick one, wasn't it? Okay, so stage 59. Here is the instructions. Looking like this. And again, there doesn't look to be much to do in this one either. The rear right suspension we're going to be doing now. So that's looking like that. And here are the parts for that here. Just get them out. No screws. So it's basically going to be a case of just making this disc up. And if you remember how we did this, what we had is we got this metal section here, which I basically hook onto this side. So as you can see, that's going to fit over there just like that. Oh, fell off. Don't worry about that, because when I put this back in, I'm going to guide this around the rim here, and then the part that's left I can just slot into the gap like this. And I've got my tweezers here to keep that into place. I'm just going to bend that metal over and fold it back on itself, so that can't come out now, just like that. Pretty cool. All I'm going to do then is to fix this part on here. We've got 4 lugs. We just need to line these up. Just like that. And there we go. We have made a brake disc. What we're going to do now is just put this into place on here. It needs to go on this way, so the indented side's facing down. And again, I'm lining up this so it's going to fit flat in here. Like that, clipped into place. It can still turn, as you can see, and then I can just put the hub over the top here. Now this is going in the larger holes on here, and again we want to make sure that's pushed all the way in, so it's clipped in. There you go. That's all there is to do in that stage. So stage 60, here's the instructions, looking just like this. Oh wow, okay, so we're doing the caliper, but there's 2 parts here. That's all we're doing. Now bear in mind, I'm guessing stage 61 we're almost ready to put the wheel on, but I can't do that because I don't have stage 61, which is the inner rim. So I'm going to keep this safely in the bag because I can't actually attach that until the wheel's on. So I'll keep that there, but we have got the caliper here. And again, this is going to be so quick because all I'm going to be doing is pushing the caliper into place on the disc here. So it's just going to go into these 2 holes all the way in like that. So that's how it's looking. And again, that's all there is to do in that stage. Okay, so stage 62 I'm having to jump onto because we can't do stage 61. We are going to be doing something that's not part of the car. It's outside the car, and that's basically tyre racks, because I do believe we do get 2 sets of tyres for this. So we're going to be making a tyre rack. Looking like that. Now, just feeling the weight of this tyre rack's definitely going to be metal, because this is really heavy. As you can hear, I'm going to open this up and you can hear the drop. Ready? Okay, so we've got 2 identical parts here. I want them this way round because I'm going to be putting these brackets into place here. These are brackets labelled I. I've got 4 of them. And I also need the screws. Now, oh God, here we go. So instructions are wrong. So they're saying the screws are labelled E. Well, we don't get screws labelled E in this one. We get screws labelled KK, which are little flange screws. I'm guessing that's the ones we need. I don't know. Unless they've sent me the wrong screws. That could be a possibility. We're about to find out. Okay, so all we're going to do is put these brackets into here like this, and then I'm putting these flange screws in. It's definitely these flange screws, so it's KK screws, not E screws. I don't know why they call them that. And basically I want to put one of these brackets on each leg, because obviously the wheels are going to be going into these. Now I am dropping this flange screw in a little bit of oil here because we're going into metal. So tally so far for this build. I know I've been moaning a lot in this build, but obviously missing parts, wrong instructions. I'm not having a good time at the moment, I have to say. Okay, they're all in there. Now we get to put the wheels in, which look like this. And basically what we're going to be doing is putting the wheels onto, actually, can this get any tighter? Let's just make it so there's no wobble in this at all. So I'm using my PH1. Okay, so these are going to go on here like that. Now, just checking, it doesn't really matter which way they go in, but I do have these A pins here. And the pins are going to go in from the outside. So it's just a case of lining up the holes and then getting these pins and dropping this into place. Now I'm guessing these are going to be a tight fit. They're coming out the other side just there. That's it. There's nothing actually holding that pin in. So, but it is tight, so I can't see it coming out. And then we're going to repeat that for all of the rest of these. Now these spin round, so again, it doesn't really matter what way you put these in. But there you go. So this can be wheeled around. Let's do the other side. One in there. Make sure it's gone through the other side there. I think the grip on the other side is what stops this pin coming out. What I am actually doing to ensure that goes through is just using my hammer just to ensure that that does come out the other side there. Perfect. And there you go. With those two done, that's all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm very disappointed. Not much to do in the pack, missing parts, wrong instructions. I've got to stop now, otherwise I'm just going to be moaning and bringing the whole mood down. But there we go, that was the Red Bull. So let me think, on Thursday, what we're going to do? I think we'll do the Jeep Willys. We'll do the Jeep Willys on Thursday, I think. Plenty to do in that one, and I've got that sitting over there. Anyway, I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.